here. So I'm very thankful to him that he's taking his time out and spending time with us on this busy Saturday.
Namaste.
Hey, namaste.
So just got back from India. It was amazing. He was very generous with his time. He actually spent time and actually ate with us and talked to us about stories. One of the interesting things he says, I never trust anybody who hasn't been from north to south on the train. In industry, in military, all these things are going to be so important into the future, and we are like-minded. We have a common enemy, and I'm really excited about our future. Thank you so much for including us, my wife Deborah and I in this event today.
Do it! India can do it!
Such huge audience and such overwhelming response. In my 30 years of career, this is the first time I am seeing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Last time when I came here, we were here for the Kashmir Files. You gave your love and support. And the end result is that Mr. Yasin Malik is in jail waiting for capital punishment. After Kashmir Files, if you go by common sense or common logic, we should have made Kashmir Files Part 2. It would have been a super duper blockbuster. But we put all the money we earned from Kashmir Files on the world's most risky project. Nobody in Hollywood or Bollywood would dare to make a film on vaccine on COVID because it's just been there a couple of years ago. Everybody is saying this film will not work. People have written it off. See, the thing is, today in IT, in science, medical research, space research, marine research, fisheries, Indian women are shining everywhere. And I believe if India, which it is in the process of becoming, if India has to become Vishwaguru, it will be only because of our women. Because nowhere you will find the way Indian women make sacrifices, nobody else can do it. Therefore, I think it's a very important film to show it to your children, to your parents, to your family, friends, wherever they are. So I am requesting you with folded hands. It's a very important for the future of India, for our women. It's a tribute to our mothers. Please become brand ambassadors of this film. Write about it on social media. Let the world know what we are made of, so that people know that you and I, we are all made in India by our mothers. So write it, tag me wherever you are. I'll retweet it, I will promote it again. Let as a family take this film to the world. Thank you very much.
I just want to say a big thank you, and I see a lot of women in the crowd today. Woo. I just want to give you a high five. You guys are brilliant, you're superheroes, and we are going to make the world a better place to live in. Thank you.
We have Dr. Rich and Dr. Deborah. Can you give them a round of applause? They have been the COVID warriors, but now he's our congressman, our beloved congressman. Please come over.
So happy to see both of you. And congratulations.
Isn't it nice to not be wearing masks? Isn't it nice to gather like this? Isn't it good to see a movie of triumph and strength? I am so overwhelmed. When I was thinking about, what I've been through as an ER doctor. I went through the beginning of this to the end of this. My last ER shift was December 28th. We had 20 patients, 3 of them critical. I intubated one of them. And it leaves you kind of scarred. We saw, you saw what everybody went through here, and I was actually choking up a little bit because I remember the emotions. You gotta remember, when you're separated from your family, you can't travel. You're isolated. There was a lot of depression, anxiety, suicidality, drug and alcohol abuse. There was horrible feelings. It was a horrible time, and now we're gathered here together to rejoice. And this movie is such a celebration. As a matter of fact, if you ever want to read a really book, Gates of Fire is a book about Thermopylae, the 300 that fought against the Persian emperor of 1 million people. And the whole summation of the book is what made the Spartans so unique? What made them such a strong fighting force? And the end of the book, you know what it was? Their women is what made their society. And I'll tell you, my wife, my wife's an oncologist. She was much smarter than me. She's always been summa cum laude. I've always been thank the good laude. I'll tell you, this is a great tribute, not just to the Indian people, but women in general and the backbone of our society. God bless you for making such great movies. Thank you for Kashmir Files. Thank you for showing the backbone, the resiliency, and the independent people that are growing like nobody's done in history. God bless you all. Thank you.
I think this just shows that how women are beginning to dominate in so many fields, especially science and in medicine. And I want to say cheers to those that are, and thank you for representing them. Thank you, you did a wonderful job.
We have I Am Buddha Foundation is kind of sponsoring some recognitions. And the first one I want to bring is Seva International.
Thank you very much. India can do it. India can also land the first on the south, on the moon. So, go India. And I would like to thank you very much for the movie. It's really eye-opening. We were thinking a lot of people here. Yeah, a lot of people were thinking and doubting India. And we all know a lot of women worked very, very hard. The Indian government worked very hard. A lot of scientists work very hard, day in and day out.
There are many people sitting here who have supported Seva International. All of us know many people are sitting here, doctors, and there are so many people. How we worked at that time, when no one was coming out of their homes, we were distributing the kits to various doctors, various clinics all over USA.
During COVID times, they raised funds, they did a lot of work and helped people back in India, not just Kashmiri Pandit community, the entire India. So we would like to honor Surinderji on behalf of I Am Buddha Foundation. We honor Global Kashmiri Pandit.
Thank you so much, Vivekji.
See, if everything is okay around you, then you don't have to do anything. But I used to work in Bollywood earlier, and I realized that our films are not being used as soft power to showcase the potential and the greatness of India to the world. So we decided that I Am Buddha to make those kind of films. And this is part of that. I'm just trying to take Indian stories on world stage and people to know what we are made of. This is my inspiration, and especially I've seen people around me how hard we work. Our struggle, our sacrifice itself should be an example for the world to follow. But very often we are embarrassed and we are ridiculed for our sacrifice and struggle. And I think sacrifice is the greatest quality and the world should know about it. That's why this film came. 22nd of March 2020. But the work on vaccine, you must have seen, started in February. Things don't start on their own unless leadership wants them to happen. Second thing I want to tell you, which is really, really outstanding thing. During that 1 hour, on one table, every minister, every secretary, every concerned person sat down together. Everything was opened up, airports to Air Force to Army to Navy, everybody worked together in a collaboration which I don't think the world has seen before. Can you believe it, the scientists were evacuating people from Iran and Indian Navy was getting people from somewhere. So it was such a great teamwork, and that teamwork is how do you win World Cup cricket, World Cup? When you have a great captain who motivates you, makes you score runs, take wickets, and who creates a strategy. That's the role he played. Though we have not mentioned much about him because the film was about scientists, but I think how Indian Prime Minister, Indian leadership saved 1.4 billion people from COVID itself is a complete movie project. If one of you wants to make that movie, let me know. I can help.
As providers, you were kind of in the front line, and this movie kind of gives you a lens to what we were dealing with, because patients and people who trust you come with different perspectives. The news, it hit the nail on the head. While you were trying to follow science, you were hearing other things at the same time. So just seeing it from that perspective, what was going on in the background was very helpful. Of course, India can do it. India has done it. India is doing it. So I appreciate that too. So it's a clear lens to see the back end of the fight against COVID, and for us all to come together. So I appreciate it. So in that what is the next thing you're interested in? What are we expecting next?
Many people don't want me to make already. It's called the Delhi Files. It is released in US and worldwide by Funasia. Mr. Sam was here. Sam is from Dallas and his company Funasia is releasing 28th of September. Please make sure that you send WhatsApp messages back home. Ask your families to definitely buy a ticket for their maidservants because nobody talks about the kind of work they have done during COVID and made sacrifices.
And we are proud to partner with Vivek ji in distributing this movie all over the world outside India. So thank you for giving that opportunity, Vivek ji. Once again, a big round of applause to all the doctors who are here, who fought tirelessly to make this thing really thing of a past. So great job, all of you guys. One of the things I would like to tell, a lot of people ask me this question, when we started distributing this movie, that what do you think, is this movie for kids? And I strongly recommend, I have 2 daughters myself, and I strongly recommend to take your kids. They would really feel really proud to see this movie. My daughters loved it. And I strongly recommend that not only us as adults and first generation immigrants, we should also technically let this message go to our next generation, to our kids, that how proud today India is and what India plays a role in a global landscape. A lot of people don't realize this thing, but India, apart from technology, is the 2nd largest exporter of pharmaceuticals in the world today. And also, we are the largest creative platform in the world, and this is the only country where directors and producers like Vivek ji can make such a fantastic films. So kudos again to Vivek ji and Pallavi ji both to make such a fantastic film.